Hi guys, welcome to today's video. In today's video, we will look into a scenario in which Europe unites in 2021. 2022, it's not 2021. That year was last year. Oof, I also didn't have a YouTube video then. Oof. And Europe first is like that. You saw what it looks like, but this map might not be the exact same because I drew it twice. One for a thumbnail, one for this. And the first thing that happens is Turkey declares war because the EU took their, not the EU, Europe took their favorite city. Europe also took half of Istanbul, the best city in Turkey, I guess. Even though Ankara is capital, but this does go to the strait. The first thing that happens is Turkey advances with almost no trouble. Because Europe is right now just united. And they push into Thrace in southern Bulgaria and up towards Romania. But their furthest extent is into Greece, because at this time, well, Europe is fully mobilized. Its modern weapons come from the west, its manpower comes from the eastern part. And its nukes, too. Strongest nation. Very strong nations. I'd say this might be the #1 strongest nation in the world. I'd say it's the second or third highest GDP in the world, either behind China or the US. You can search that up. It's also hard to say because there's parts of countries. With naval landings happening on the coast. Many locations. And right now, Turkey is kind of in a bad position. And Europe pushes in. They take Istanbul. And then, since a lot of modern warfare is like this, well, they make spearheads towards there. The majority of Kurds in Turkey declare independence. Which Turkey is unable to stop. They didn't even revolt because, well, revolting doesn't work that well. All the spearheads push towards Istanbul. Ankara! Istanbul is long gone. And they encircle it. Well, the leader of Turkey, Erdogan, escapes narrowly before the city falls. Some of the people that were left in the 2016 coup revolt. Well, they take these lands. And more of them rise up here. they're also like a very far-right group. Which I don't know if they were far-right or not. Well, people are unhappy. Well, they then attack the EU. Which, by the way, not a good idea. Europe quickly manages to push into these unorganized areas. Because, well, they're not really organized. And they push down, cutting these regions in half. Just because they think this looks better than their current borders of Kurdistan, and because they want an ally in them, they give them these lands. Yeah, as well. And there are guys. They annex Turkey. Because they want to expand. Well, what does Europe do? Well, they kind of declare war on Georgia. But America kind of looks the other way. This is an aggressive action by Europe. Well, this is what's perceived as. Kurdistan decides to declare war to help out its allies. Well, new allies. They push in and take over Georgia. Armenia is invaded. But it is at this time that part of Armenia is taken over by Kurdistan, part is taken over by Europe. And they expand. Well, they expand into Europe. Syria, Iraq, and Azerbaijan form an alliance. But wanting loads of resources, well, they declare war on Siberia. I want to get oil and everything good. And timber. Loads of timber in this region. And I mean loads of timber. Like loads of timber. Timber, timber, timber. And oil, oil, oil. Siberia is very weak. Hard to believe how much land Siberia has. Like, this land is also sparsely populated. It's almost nothing. which then a winter comes, but Europe is basically just sending Finnish and Russian troops, the only troops that can fight in winter. And Ukrainians. Yeah. February isn't it? Japan did take Sakhalin back. Europe annexes this. This is definitely big. Which leads China to being their biggest trader for timber. Well, they invade Kazakhstan. China, trying to set up a better border with them, joins the war. Well, they're still at war with, and Kurdistan fighting with them. Because Kurdistan is their biggest ally. Well, they expand Xinjiang. Xinjiang is a pretty big region and a big prize. It's a ginormous prize for Xinjiang. Well, some of the things China does is pretty cruel. And I mean cruel. Cruel. But just look. And then, this is where the biggest thing happens. Kurdistan accidentally. Syria says that Kurdistan attacked it and declares war. Europe declares war on Syria. And goes pretty successfully. With the great distances that they have to go, well, they do. If their troops that distance. But that distance is pretty good. Well, they're a strong nation. They're a good nation. They're strong. But Syria, Iran, Iraq have their troops already. Already. Iraq joins, Lebanon joins, Iran joins, Azerbaijan. And I say, Iran? Iran where? And since Iran is in, just for the funniness, Iran runs into Kurdistan. Then Iran runs into Turkey. And then they run up into the Caucasus. How did they run the mountain? Beats me. They look like a Persian cat, personally. Look. The tail is there all curled up. Ears. It's on its stomach. But at this time, well, nothing really matters because Europe is fully prepared and mobilized. And they quickly push in. Winter comes. The Russian area manages to push them back. Naval landings are made in southern Iran and Iraq. Definitely not where the oil is. Definitely not. They do this because it takes the border. Their goal is to take their border. To take Iran's border from them. And they push up and take the border. Now they are ready for their advance into Iraq and Syria. These countries are really weak, so take that to their advantage and blitzkrieg in. What, Germany, did you just say? Blitzkrieg. Baghdad is already fallen. Damascus falls. Lebanon falls. And they continue their advance into Europe. Into Iran. They push down. They move in. And they push down. They're already at the capital. How do they get over those mountains? No one knows. They fully encircle the city of Tehran, I mean. Iran falls in the turmoil and starts collapsing. Kurdistan annexes these lands. Why is Kurdistan like that? Not sure. And they push up. Kurdistan is created. Kurdistan is fully unified now. And then they decide to annex some Iranian lands, which go well. They go well. They also annex some lands from Iraq and Iran, mostly rich in oil. They connect themselves. There's everywhere as like a constituent country. They occupy the rest of Iraq, Syria, and Lebanon, and they unify them into. They puppet that. And they call it the puppet of Mesopotamia. And then they do that, and they call that Iran. And look, they took all the oil. Kurdistan is big. And that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe because subscribing helps a lot. I think I'm going to start recording just once every day. If you think that's a bit often, well, leave a comment. Leave a comment. Do you have any suggestions for what videos I should do? Leave a comment. Leave whatever you want to comment. If you want to just say you love this video, put it in the comment section. If you want me to make a certain video, put it in the comment box. That's how I came up with a few scenarios, like Austria-Hungary reuniting. Thanks to the person recommending that. And that's it for Europe. They took over the rest of Russia. They took over half of Kazakhstan. What else will they do? Turn the water into land and land in the water. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. And thank you for viewing. Please like and subscribe. And remember, we're trying to get to 100 subscribers. So if you haven't pressed that subscribe button and clicked the notifications bell yet, please do. Thanks for watching. Wild Mapper out.